Hi, my name is Paul and I like to go places. As you can see by the sign behind me, we're on the Prospect Forestry Service Road, and today I'm going to try getting to a place, I think it's called Pitin Lake. I tried getting here a couple of years ago, and the spot I'm at right now is as far as I could go because a few years ago there was a lot of flooding around the city of Merritt, and the river that flooded is actually, I'm standing pretty much right next to it. And so this whole area pretty much just got demolished, and there's a bridge crossing, a couple bridge crossings we have to do, and these were all wiped out, and they were in the process of fixing the bridges the last time I was up here, which was about 2 years ago. And it looks like we're all good to go today, so we're gonna see how far we can make it to this area I haven't been to yet. So yeah. So this is the first bridge crossing that we have to do, and yeah, like this whole area was pretty much just wiped out a few years back. So I guess when they reconstructed this bridge, they had to elevate it a little bit more, so it well, hopefully wouldn't happen again. So, but yeah, I'll put an overlay on the screen as to kind of my plan of action here. So this is, like I said, a new area I haven't explored yet. So there's a lot of side roads that I want to check out as well. And I also want to see if I can get to some of the other flood damaged areas. There's a road that pretty much no longer exists anymore, and I want to see if I can kind of get close to it and see what's left of it. But I don't know. See what we can find. So as you can see, there has been a washout on this road, and it looks like there's kind of a little detour that people have been taking, and it looks like it's large enough to fit the Jeep through. So yeah, let's go for it. Alrighty. Yeah, no problem. All right. Now, let's see what other fun awaits us. So, there used to be a road here. Not anymore. It looks like, I don't think it's a problem getting down in here. I don't know. The Jeep is probably small enough that it shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, I don't know. I'll give it a shot and see if I can make it to the other side there. Okay, yeah, it wasn't too bad. Just had to basically drop it into low and kind of creep along. It's hard to see the angles on the camera, but like it was pretty steep, and as I was coming down, it kind of wanted to slide a little bit as I was getting right to the water there. But yeah, not overly difficult really. So I guess I'll continue on and see what other fun is waiting for us. Okay, I think it's gonna be smooth sailing the rest of the way. Well, I think we're actually pretty high up in elevation now. So this is the way that takes us to Pitin Lake, and I think there's also another turn that takes us to a place called Lightning Lake, not to be confused with Lightning Lake and Manning Park, which is a totally different spot. This road, however, this, according to the map, this winds down and goes a bunch of different places, all, you know, previously logged areas, but this should eventually take us to the flooded out forestry road by the same name, I think, that Spias, whatever. So when we're finished there, I'll probably head down here and see if I can get to like that some sections of that road that are still intact. I don't think there's any way, like once you go down that way, I don't know if there's any way to get back out any other direction. Possibly, but that's a huge maze of roads, so I'm just gonna stick with the main road here, I think. So yeah. So as you can see, the road is very rough. We're still headed in the direction of Lightning Lake, and then there's going to be a turn somewhere to the right, which is the road that takes us to Cabin Lake, according to the satellite view of the area. So yeah, because it's a little slow going, I don't know how long it's going to take us to reach that fork in the road. But yeah, the road is, well, I mean, this hasn't really been used as a road in a really long time, so it's obviously not going to be maintained or anything, but yeah, it's not too bad, just really bumpy, I'd say. All right, so we came up that way. This way is to Lightning Lake, and this is the direction to Cabin Lake. There actually is a sign that's on the ground here. So, apparently there's a shelter over at Lightning Lake, and there's cell service over there. Yeah, it's been kind of spotty on the phone, so whenever I had to check the map, it was kind of tough. So, yeah, we're just gonna keep going that way and try to make it to Cabin Lake first. So yeah, just to give you an idea of the quality of the trail to our first spot here, if you care about your paint job, I don't know if I would recommend coming through this way, but you can still obviously fit a vehicle through here, so it's not really that difficult. For most of this way, I've just been leaving it two-wheel drive because I don't know. I haven't found the need for four-wheel drive except when I was trying to make it through those washouts. So it's just a very bumpy trail, and there's actually snow on the ground here. Okay. I was not expecting this, actually. There's a bunch of snow here. Okay, wow. Well, I guess we'll see how it is further up. Well, I got bad news. This is pretty much the end of the way because there's deep snow starting right here, and I still have a ways to go, and this just basically goes straight up, it looks like. And whoever's tracks that I was following in the road before, it looks like they briefly tried to go up there, and then there's marks indicating they turned around right there. So the last person up here after the winter, yeah, I guess they kind of tried to go around a bit, and then the tracks stop right there. So unfortunately, Cabin Lake is a no-go, and it's June, and this is still what we're looking at. I didn't realize how high the lake is in elevation, I guess, because yeah, there's still lots of snow up here, and that's unfortunate. I was really hoping to make that trip, but let's see. Really nothing else up here, I don't think. This is just really muddy. And this might, I don't know what this is. It's interesting because it almost looked like there's a trail that goes up there. Maybe it's just a snowmobile trail, but I'll have to take a look on the maps when I get home. There's this huge bunch of snow here, and I don't think I'm going to be able to make it through here if I just like tried to run through it. So yeah, back to the Jeep and gonna see if I can get to the other lake instead. All right, so we made the turn to get onto this road, which goes to the Lightning Lake. This road does just keep going to like up there where it's been logged at some point in the past. But this big clearing is the actual trail to Lightning Lake. And you'll know it's here because this is the hut, I guess they were talking about, for snowmobilers. So, yeah, I guess in the winter they all come out here. So we are going to, let's see. Okay, I think it's that way. I don't know. Yeah, I'll figure it out. No, I don't think that was it. I think it's straight that way, because there's another trail that kind of goes there. Yeah, that must be it. All right, let's go. Yeah, this looks like it's the right direction. There's other tire tracks on this trail as well, so yeah, I think we're on the right trail here. Pretty rough, but doesn't seem like it's a problem. Yeah, anyway, I guess I'll pick up the video again when we make it to the lake. All right, we made it. Came in that way. There's a broken picnic table there. Another one there. It looks like there's another spot up there. But let's take a look here. This is the lake. And I'm being swarmed by mosquitoes right now. So I don't think I'm going to stay here too long. But yeah, it's a pretty nice place. And yeah, we were trying to get to that other lake, like way up in that direction, I think it was. So, and there's still a bit of snow around here, but yeah, it's a pretty peaceful place. And because of the difficulty to get here, I don't think it's like massively popular, but yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna take a look around, I guess. Now, one thing that's interesting is if you continue through the campsite, you get to a better looking road. And this one has the wreck site sign on it. So I wonder if I accidentally made it more difficult for myself when maybe this is the actual way to get in here. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna check on the satellite to see if that was the way you're supposed to take. And I might take that way back out, unless it goes somewhere completely different. I'm not entirely sure. There also is an outhouse here, since it's a wreck site. Kind of looks like something was trying to eat its way in there. That is interesting. But yeah, it's just on a small path up from the main area where the picnic tables are, so yeah, it's a nice campsite. All right, so I came out the same way we went in, mainly because I took a look at the satellite view of the area, and that other way that I was looking at, that seems to like loop a long way around before meeting back up with this road. So that would have been a very, very annoying detour. So yeah, I don't think there's any point to going up there. It just kind of, the road ends. I might see if I can get some drone footage of the area, but I might be too far away from that other lake I was trying to get to. Otherwise, I probably could have gotten some drone footage up there. But yeah, after this, I'm gonna head back the way we came in and make that other turn I think I mentioned previously to see if I can get to some of those flood affected parts of another forestry road. So yeah. So right now we're heading down that other logging road that I mentioned earlier in the video, the one that's pretty much, you know, goes nowhere because it's eventually washed out. So I'm gonna basically just keep following it all the way until signs of the washout, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice view up here. We're pretty much descending though, because obviously it's gonna go down to near where the water is. So. And for some reason, it's now raining too. All right, so I just finished coming down from up here, and then it meets up with this other main forestry road, which kind of just runs parallel with the water. That is, of course, up until this happened. So this is what's left of the bridge that used to go there. So all of this is basically the flood zone. And so yeah, the other end of this road is up there. So that's not happening. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm basically gonna head in that direction, see how far it takes me there. I don't imagine it's gonna be very far. Basically, this was a dead-end trip, so ultimately I have to head back up the way that I came down. So yeah, I already knew this though. There was a reason I wanted to come down this way though. There's another wreck site that's off of this road, off in that direction, I think. But I think it's been cut off now because of these washouts. So yeah, I'm gonna head back in the Jeep and see what else I can find like this, I guess. Yeah, well, I didn't even make it more than like 30 seconds, and yeah, it's totally gone. So the road, I'm assuming, would have been kind of right around there where that bank has just been completely destroyed. So yeah, there's pretty much nothing to do down here. I mean, I suppose if you really wanted to, you could probably find somewhere to camp right by the water. But yeah, this entire area has been just destroyed by floods. So yeah, I'm going to head back up to the other logging road I was on, and I'm gonna basically just continue poking around other roads on my way back toward Merritt, and see what else I can show you today. So I was heading back and made it to the first set of bridges where I filmed my intro, and I took another turn and I was following that, and it looks like that is also washed out. I think the road technically continues way up there, but obviously there's no way to cross this now. Something interesting I did see though, someone has put some logs down here. I don't really know for what purpose, unless it was like going across with like dirt bikes or something. I don't know. Let's see. Oh shit. You know what? I don't know if I'm gonna bother with that. And I'm getting absolutely eaten by mosquitoes right now, so yeah, I don't know. Really don't know what the purpose of that would be. All right, so we're back at the first bridge that washed out a long time ago, and I'm not really sure what goes on in that direction, but this is the way we came, that way. So, well, there's a bunch of cows standing there. Interesting. I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna head back to Merritt and gas up and maybe try to make a stop or two on the way back home on the Okanagan connector. So, yeah. Yeah, it looks like the herd has moved in. Ah, shit. Excuse me. Hi. Shit. No, no. Oh my God. Hi there. Okay, if you guys stay over there, I'll go this way. Oh, shit. Shut up. Oh my God. Okay. Go that way. No, okay. No, stay there. Stay there. Good cow. Okay. All right, so the last place we're gonna check out today is Pitin Lake, right up there. And I really like this area, but the road to get down to where I am right now is now an active logging road, and there's actually a lot of activity. As I was driving past this area on my way to Merritt, I could even see the logging trucks coming down the road next to the highway. So, but yeah, let's head up here and see what's going on at Pitin Lake. So yeah, everything still looks good up at Pitin Lake. I'm not too sure if this is the same water level, because I remember there was this little dock thing. I don't think it was this bad of shape before, though. But yeah, I really like it here. Pretty peaceful. A lot of trees and stuff in the water, though, so the last time I was up here, I think I had that inflatable kayak, and kind of makes me nervous if it gets like poked and it deflates in the middle of the lake, but I don't know. This is probably going to wrap up this video. I forgot to actually mention, I usually do a Jeep update. So I think I figured out what that sound is that I was talking about in like a bunch of previous videos. So it turns out it's like multiple sounds is what I'm hearing, and I still do hear like an exhaust leak, but that's like a fairly minor sound compared to what the really loud sound was that I was really nervous about. And it turns out it was a stupid heat shield that's on one of the precats on the downpipe. So apparently one of the welds that kind of like secures it in place and stops it from moving around, it's broken. And so the heat shield kind of like moves around a little bit, like rattles a little bit. And I guess just basically the certain vibration conditions when I'm driving make that thing make a bunch of noise that kind of like moves up and down with the RPMs. So yeah, I was in there basically checking all the manifold bolts in case there was something obvious, and then that's when I noticed the heat shield was like, I could easily move it around with my hand, so I just went in there and bent the shit out of it, and now it doesn't move, and that sound pretty much just disappeared. And I was like, okay, that must have been it. So I still do hear kind of like a faint exhaust tick sound, I think. So I'm probably eventually going to do a smoke test on the exhaust system just to see if there is in fact a leak somewhere. But yeah, it obviously sounds a lot better now, so whatever. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this video. It's still a really cloudy sky. I was hoping for a nice sunset tonight, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to head home now, so thanks for watching.